my birthday today, and for that I'm going to do something special. I'm going to take my oldest cake video, and that is Polymer clay miniature layer cake. And this video is from the 17th of July 2011, so it's almost 8 years old. And I'm going to make this video, and I will put a link for it right here so you can see it if you want to. And I'm going to make it a bit different because I think that was a pretty flimsy cake. I made that one. I made 2 circles of a dark brown, and I'm actually here with a dark brown and a light brown clay. That's a brown and that's a caramel, and this is half and half, so I'm going to mix these two together for the bottom of my cake. Well, yeah, that was pretty flimsy making of a cake. I have this brownish color, and I'm actually using, I think that's the same as I used at that time for cutting out the cakes. I roll it in my pasta machine. I let it go through my pasta machine and one of the middle settings. Okay, I used one of the middle settings for the pieces in this layer cakes. But I put these pieces, and I actually have all 4 of them right here. I put them through my pasta machine in a setting 1 because I don't like the flimsy result I got then. It was like too flat and weird looking, so I am using it on a size 1 on my pasta machine. That's the biggest setting there is, and this did not went through. So I have all my pieces, and what I didn't do then was making these edges really nice and smooth, because that really will help a lot. And I got this weird thing from my cutter, and I don't like that, but that's how this works. And I like to work on a tiny glass surface now, because this is easier when I have to move it around. Okay, let's see what I'm doing with these. Then I take my yellow, and here I'm mixing a tiny bit of orange into the yellow clay, and I am here with just orange. That's just orange I'm using today. The last piece we save for later. Then I take my white. And wow, this is so unprepared, this video. I'm kind of ashamed of myself that I would put things like that online. It also only got 7 likes, so it's not that good. Anyway, I start with a brown piece, then I take a white piece and place on top of that, then the orange, and then back to the brown piece, and I'm going to turn this upside down so I have that weird edge downward. Okay, I'm going to leave out this little orange piece in the middle. I don't know why I did that. Maybe it was supposed to give it another color inside, but I kind of think that is a weird thing to do. Wow, that's a flat cake. Here you have a bit thicker cake. It's not that flat as the old one, so this is more like a big layer cake than that one was. You could easily make the layers bigger, like I did in this one. You can see. Yeah, I did make the layers bigger than that one because this is really thin. Okay, I did not squeeze it that well together, so I'm going to squeeze these layers a tiny bit better together, so it's more like a unit than 4 pieces. And I'm making an edge around here with the light brown. I am going to do that with the same brown that we just had. So I'm going to roll out a piece of clay for that. And here I would go for a thinner slice. So this is rolled out on a setting 8 at the bottom of this cake and all the way around. And I'm not going to overlay it right here because that would look kind of stupid. And I'm going to smoothen down this connection up here to make it look nice again. Something like that. And I'm going to smoothen down this connection as well. And you can do it on the bottom as well if you like to. I like to get the top a little more flat, so I'm just going to take my other plate here and try to do that. Looks way better than the old one. So what do I do now? I use a terribly long time to place the edge around my cake. And then I rolled out a white snake and put it around here, and I kind of don't like that. So what am I gonna do? Molds. Let's see, that my whipped cream molds. I have several to choose from. I kind of like this one. I have the how-to for this somewhere. I'm going to try to find that and put it in the info box below and see. And there you can see what I'm doing to make this pattern, or how to make that one. So I'm just going to make a snake of clay because that's easier, and then plop it into my mold here. That's the easy way to do it. And cut off any excess clay. And then I'm just going to carefully pop it out of the mold. And I'm going to place that around the top of my cake, just like I did with the sausage I made in the old one. And I'm going to make a few more here so that I have enough for the whole cake. There we go, I have a nice edge all the way around my cake here. And I'm just going to mold that a little. There we go, I think that's perfect. Okay, I make it into white cream. That makes it a bit better, but this is still so bad. Okay, I'm taking some orange slices and using them for decoration on this cake. Actually, I think that those orange slices were really bad. Again, that shows a little how if you keep doing things, you will get better. So here's my orange slices, and I'm going to keep with this theme that I have going on. So I'm going to cut some of my orange slices here in half. Okay, I need some of my baking bond. Some of my baking bond for this. I'm going to dip one of my orange slices into my baking bond. And I'm going to squeeze it like that in there, and I'm going to do it in every second of these, I think. So 1, 2, that's right here. There we go. Okay, I'm slicing my cake already, and I think that's why it's bending down in the middle, because this cake really needs to rest for 5-10 minutes before you cut it. So I'm going to leave it standing for a little before I continue. So this has been standing for around 10 minutes now. I'm slicing it all up into 6 big pieces. I would not do that with this cake. I would slice it up so I only have 2 pieces and the cake. That would be what I'm doing now. So I am going to find the center. I think that's around there. And I'm going to make a cut from the side and to the center like that. And pull this out. And I'm going to do it again over here. Cut from the side and to the center. And pull it out. So I have this piece. And then I'm going to cut it into two again. And I'm going to do it with one fast and quick cut. This way you won't squeeze it as hard down as I did in the video. And you could do all the cake if you want to, but I would make at least 8 slices of a cake this big. What I'm doing from here is I'm going to texture it, and I'm still going to do that just like then. I am going to take my ball tool here, this is a tiny one, and in the orange I am just going to use this for texturing. And remember to do it on all the exposed sides. I will do that and then I will be back. In the white I'm going to take a bigger dotting tool, like this one, and I'm going to just touch the surface of the white so it looks more creamy and not as puffy. Something like this. I hope you can see it. Then I'm going to take my needle tool, and I also have this needle tool. Let's see if I can show you. This one with a lot more needles in there. This will go faster, but I kind of like my normal needle tool, but you can use the other one. And I'm going to scratch all the brown pieces of the cakes here on the side with that to give it some texture. So I decorated all sides of the cake. Oh, I'm making an icing, and it's almost black, not dark brown, and put that on. You can do that, make an icing and put that on there. I'm going to do this a bit different, so I'm going to bake this now, and then I'm going to decorate the rest of it when it's baked. So let me bake this and then I will be back. So this has been baken. I'm going to use this. This is a dessert topping master, and this is a powdered sugar. And I am just going to take some of that. And this is a liquid. So I'm just going to take some of this and I'm going to dab it on my cake. And when I have done that on all pieces, I'm going to leave it to dry. My cake has dried, and I did put a little too much of the powdered sugar on there, but I kind of like the way it looks. So I'm going to take some of my glaze, and I'm just going to glaze the oranges. I'm not even sure I did that on the old one. And I'm actually gonna glaze this part so it looks more like a sugar frosting. This looks a bit different than the first one I made. It's a simple one and it's an easy one to make. It takes a little time because of all the marks you need to make in the cake. But I think this turned out pretty neat. And I wish I get a cake like this today. So I wish you a happy crafting and a happy birthday to me.